Okay, so these are the new bearings for the crankshaft, the mains, which I'm sure you can see are sealed bearings, but that's not a huge problem because we can just yank the seals out because we need them to be open so that they can get lubricated by the two-stroke as it should be. But yeah, if you can hear that, I'm turning the bearing, not noisy and no loose pieces in between, as opposed to that, and yeah, kind of noisy. Okay, so these are buggered, there's no getting around that. They need to go into the crankcase over there, and then there's another one that will go on this side with the seals on the outside. Now the seats for the seals are a little bit sketchy at the moment, so yeah, just want to give that a quick clean up. I don't know if you can see inside there. Just try and get some of that shit out there so that the seals don't leak. And yeah, then we can start getting all of this back together. There's a couple of things on here that I actually don't know what it's for. This is my first time working on a PW80. I've never seen this before, for example. So yeah, I will have to go and look up some manuals and stuff online and see if I can find out what all this is for. But fortunately I don't think that goes inside the gearbox, so we can get the gearbox and crankcase closed up, and yeah, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I'm just going to be using a very fine grit sandpaper because I don't really want to sand chunks out of the aluminium, and then just see if we can just sort of polish out, if you will, some of the, it looks like they used the glue or something to stick the previous seals in there. So that's basically just what we're trying to get off, is just the glue. But yeah, looks like it's going to be a bit of a time-consuming effort. So yeah, I'm going to clean this off real quick, and then I'll bring you guys back in when I'm ready to put the seals and the bearings in there. Okay, so we got all the old sealant out from the seat over there. Next up, the bearings. Got the seals out there and washed out whatever grease was inside there, because it'll be lubricated by two-stroke oil. So now we'll be fitting the bearings into the crankcase, fitting the seals on the other side, and then we can close up the crankcase. Okay, so we've got the crankcase assembled. Looking good so far. And next up would be the clutches and all the drive gears that go inside here. And yeah, I think we can pretty much close up the whole gearbox section and start working on the sleeves and the head. Okay. Crankcase assembly complete. So here's the question. It is 11 o'clock. Are we going to carry on with this now, or are we going to leave something for tomorrow?
How much is still left to do? How many hours of work is still left to do?
Probably about 3.
Ah.
And tomorrow is a school day. To be continued.
To be continued.